You don't want to say anything? Alright, Debbie, we're going to get started here. You see Peyton's lovely hair. What I'm going to do is leave a chunk out up here for her poof. I'm going to put a very high pony, as high as I can get it, with a big chunk out. And then I'm going to put rollers in. The rollers I use are called curl formers. And you just use this wand. Basically, this is what happens. So you take this wand, comes together. This is the curl former. And then you simply stick it on the end, bring it down, and then what you're going to do is hook her hair through that little hook, and then hold and pull, and then the hair will be inside of that, and she sleeps on it. Alright, I will show you the pony when I get it up. Alright, Daddy. Okay, so now you see I've got a section of hair I left out, and a nice high tight pony. I've sprayed the back so it stays up because she's going to sleep in this overnight. The next thing is the big secret ingredients is mousse. You're going to wet that down with mousse. And then before pulling each individual string through the hair, this is the must-have of every cheer mom. It's called Got to Be Glued. Alright? So I'm going to put in a few pieces of the hair and the curl formers, then I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, ready? I'm going to show you how to put them in. I've moussed up her pony. I'm going to use my magic spray. All I do is take a small section of her ponytail and give it a good little, just a little bit of spray. Stuff goes pretty long way. Like I said before, you're going to take the hook. You're going to hook it, and then you're going to take the end and just pull it through. And you'll see that's how the curl former sits. So now I'm going to do the rest of her ponytail. Alright, Miss Debbie, there are the curl formers sprayed in. Now this I will leave until tomorrow, so you'll get your next tutorial using the poof. And the tool of choice for a poof would be, oh yes, the crimper, some Root Pump Plus Big Sexy Hair, and of course your Got to Be Glued. Oh, and never, ever, ever forget your handy dandy teaser brush. Alright. That's it. You want to say goodnight, Pay?
No.
You sleepy?
Yes.
Debbie, here we are. In the morning. Whoop, getting ready. Got my freeze. Got my thing. And normally I use that, but it's not wet. Her hair's not wet. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Power Play in it. So, back. Tried new makeup today, by the way. Alright, so Peyton's going to hold this for me. Ready? So you're going to hold it so I can see the top of your head. What I'm going to do is take my Power Play. This is, what you do is you just put it at the roots, and it's really, really going to lift that hair up. I don't know how. It's like just magic powder, like pixie dust for hair. So I just put it in a little bit in the roots in the front area, kind of squish it in. All right, and already I can feel it doing that. So, all right, next step, you're going to keep the hair forward a little bit. You're going to take the back chunks that you did here. See these? Up high. And then you're going to take your crimper, and you're just going to do like the bottom, like maybe too high. Just like too high, because you don't want the top crimped. So you're going to do that for maybe a couple rows. You want to make sure you leave enough in the front so that you cover your crimped parts, so you don't have a crimped poof, because no one wants a crimped poof. Peyton loves the crimp part because I get right down in that scalp.
No, I don't.
Okay, So I got some crimp part. And what this does is it makes texture. So then when you put your poof on top of it, because all the little ones get this,
Don't
and they'll
forget
get
this hair.
the split, the dreaded split. So by putting this in there, kind of textures and grabs that front part and doesn't let it go. And then what you do is when you're done, then you take a curling iron and just finish up this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my piece here, and I'm going to take my magic brush. Right, Pay?
Yes.
My magic brush. You will notice I don't have a bow in her hair yet. And that's because I take her bow, and this is the last thing I put in, and I don't use the rubber band. What I do is take a safety pin, and I pin it to the rubber band that I put in last night. So now, hold it up high here. You'll see, I wanted to show you something. All right, so there, that's a good one. So here's her crimped red's nest. So then what I do is kind of just pull it apart a little bit, spray with the magic spray, and then I take another little layer of the non-crimped hair and I tease that as well with the magic, mine is called the Maryland brush. So I tease it a little bit, and then I take that and kind of make sure it's up, kind of spread it out too, so it's like over that crimped part. So you're almost doing layers. And now you can take the uncrimped part and the non-teased part, and this is how you get your poof big and not hollow and not teased either. So then you just kind of lay that over the top of it, nice and smooth. And then, like I said, I take all 3 layers and I kind of just hold them together, and I pin them, I take them down to like right where the ponytail is that I put in last night, and I take that little clip, and I just clip that in there and hold all that hair down. Okay, and push it tight. I know it hurts. But then, so now, okay, her poof is kind of big and tall, but it's like kind of square. So this is where you're going to start, and I can't find my stupid little comb that I like. But first thing you're going to do is just do a light spray to keep it up there. Let that dry, because it gets really hard and sticky. And then this is where you'll just start kind of pulling the hair down and bring it around and mold it. Almost like a piece of clay. It's a piece of art. And you just kind of bring the little wispies up to bring it around without pulling it apart here. But this won't really pull apart because of that crimped texture in there that is holding it together so it doesn't part. So, and then like I said, you'll take the bow, which I don't know what I did with. Oh, there it is. So then you'll take the bow and I'll pin it. Here, hold it up a little bit. So, and I'll pin it. Half the time her bow is barely visible behind it, but here. And then with the rest of the pony, once I get that done, I curl. You'll have a layer of like straight hair. And if you have straight hair, then it's fine. What I would do is tease that up so it's nice and big and pretty. But if not, I use this curling iron if you have to do curls, which somehow this season we have. But if you don't have to do curls, what I would take is then take this back hair and just like a chunk of it. You could crimp some of the underside and that would really make it stand up, but then use that power play and really just tease it and it'll stand up and it'll be really pretty behind the bow. All right? All right, bye.